In this video, I want to show you my brand new photo taking station that works really well for photographing shiny objects, especially graded comic books in shiny plastic cases. But this would probably also work well for any shiny object that needs to be photographed. I've used light boxes and all kinds of stuff in the past to try to dial this in, and I had a pretty good system, but it still had a glare. It showed the phone over the object, and thanks to Greg over at Lithograph Comics on Instagram, go give him a follow. He's the one who made this post that showed he finally cracked the code on how to get that glare out of photographing slabbed comics. So in this video, we're going to show the whole thing. I'm going to show all my dimensions and measurements of where everything is and how you can make this setup for probably only about a couple dollars. I also want to start by saying that I am not a photographer. I am not a lighting expert, as you can probably tell. In fact, if you follow my channel, I'm not a super tech savvy guy. So there may be ways that this can be improved. And if you are a photographer or a lighting expert or something and you have suggestions on how this can be improved, please consider leaving a note down below so that everybody can learn from your expertise. But this is the main piece of equipment here is a matte black foam core board that you can get at any craft store like Michael's or something like that. We originally tried other methods to get it to hold up, so you won't need holes in the side. You just need a cutout right here, which is where you can put your camera lens, and so it just fits. Your camera lens can poke right through, and I like to use an iPhone because iPhones take really good pictures these days, but if you were to use some other type of camera, you'll just have to have the cutout be to fit that, but then you could have weight issues and stuff, so I just recommend using a smartphone. So if you're just doing a few photos, you might be able to get away with just the foam core board and just putting it over the comics, getting the lighting right, and just hitting the photo button here on the camera. But I typically take a lot of photos, like hundreds at a time. So I had my buddy Justin build this little platform right here to just set this on. So shout out to my buddy Justin here in Whitefish, Montana. He also built these custom tables here for this, and these custom tables here for my for my pressing station. And he also built these custom cabinets in here to store the store inventory. There are these beautiful slab boxes on these. Get this slow close action here, where they actually slow close. Beautiful setup here, perfect for everything. And this over here is the shipping station. Just an awesome custom build by Justin. I'll put a link down below to his stuff if he wants one. So I use the setting on the iPhone 1:1 or square, where it takes the photo in a square, because some platforms like Instagram compress the 16:9 photos down to a square anyways, and it gets chopped off. So I just do all my photos in square mode. And I also got this handy dandy little clicker here off of Amazon. It was $5. I'm not going to say which brand it is because it's just some random Chinese clicker, and so it works perfectly. You turn it on and it instantly connects to the phone. So once you have your phone where it needs to be and the lighting correct and everything, I just connect my clicker, take the photo, flip it to the other side, take the photo, and I'll put up on the screen the difference of this book. This is actually a good example, TMNT #1 with a black background. And I'll put up on the screen the before and after, the after being this setup, and the before being when I had this arm that just held the phone directly over the book but didn't block any of the glare. So as you can see, it's light years better with this. And now I just want to show you the dimensions of everything in the room. And again, this isn't the exact science of how to do it, but it works really good for me. So these are 8-foot tall ceilings. I have the LED lights kind of angled towards the station here. The wall from the edge of the photo taking station is 4 feet 2 inches. So I'm 4 feet 2 inches here. And ideally, this should also be 4 foot 2 inches over here, but I'm a little bit off. and it still works great. It's 4 foot 10 inches on this side, but ideally you would be right in the middle of the light sources. This table is almost exactly 3 feet tall, and the reason I like that is because tables like this, which are like 2.5 feet tall, or like your standard folding tables about 2.5 feet tall, I find that I'm like hunched over working with the slab. So I like 3 foot tall for the table because I can stand up straight and work. So for this lovely little table here that we have, it is 18 inches wide, 2 feet deep, and it is 14 inches high. And one of the things that we had to take into account was the fact that the table is flush against the wall, and so we wanted this to be able to be flush against the wall. So the legs are in a little bit, as you can see here, rather than just being sticking out on the edge. So this way, the table can go flush against the wall, and I can put my foam core board just directly on top of that. Because if there was a gap right here in the back of the table, it would create a little bit of glare. So that's it. As far as where to put this hole, I think we could have even put it more in the middle, but again, it just works with the square setting. You just put the thing, if you had, it probably would be a little better to have the phone right in the middle, but this works. And here at Bryce Comics, we don't let perfect be the enemy of good.
Hi, Callie.
Hi, Kelly. So this is the headlight restorer that I use to polish slabs when they're really bad. It doesn't get everything out. It doesn't get deep cuts out, but it does get minor scuffing and stuff out. It's Chemical Guys headlight restorer, and just a little dab and some cotton rounds, and you rub it around and it kind of smears it, makes it look like foggy white, and you take a clean one of these and you just wipe it off, or use a microfiber cloth or something like that and wipe it all off, and then it gets as good as it can get. So if we're just meeting for the first time, don't forget to check out brycecomics.com. I'm constantly getting new inventory in, some really awesome stuff on the way, and you can use code COLLECT10 for 10% off. And if you sign up for the newsletter while you're there, you're entered to win at least 1 free slab every single month. This month it's 2 free slabs. All you have to do is stay subscribed and you're entered to win. We also do a giveaway every month here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe, comment, and like, you're entered to win 2 free slabs this month. Thanks as always for sticking with me to the end of the video. I hope you found this helpful. Share it with somebody who could use better pictures of their comics. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye.